Afternoon YouTube. I just wanted to show you I made a couple of adjustments to the terrarium yesterday after I had a little bit of feedback from my husband, and the main, let's get down here so you can see it better. The main difference is, can you see at the back there, I went and got some bark from outside and I'm using it as a backdrop because you know, it looks better if you've got something on the back of your terrarium to give it a backdrop. The other thing I did is I added that little air plant. Get up close so you can see that one. There's a bit of interest on the back. I turned the Popax orchid around because you couldn't see it lower down, it was higher up in the thing, so I just turned that around. And I also added some stones. You can see I put some at the back there, and I put a nice sort of one in the front. And my husband ordered these little animals, and they came this morning, so I put them in. So as you can see, just those few changes it's made quite a big difference to the terrarium. I was just trying to get better angles for the light. So you can see it's made quite a bit of difference to the terrarium. So, you know, nothing's set in stone. You can take things out, you can put things back. I mean, if these orchids look like they're going to suffer in any way, I'm not going to lose them. I shall just take them out and I can add some more compost if I want to, and just use ordinary small baby house plants in there if I want. The other thing I didn't mention was maintenance, and all I really do with these is I spray them daily. So obviously the orchids are on mounts, so I'll give them a spray daily with a little bit of fertilizer, very, very minimum, you know, tiny little bit of fertilizer, and I spray the plants and obviously the moss, and that seems to keep it happy. When I do come out in the mornings, sorry, I'll just get up off the floor. When I do come out in the mornings, I notice that I put this down overnight to stop any bugs or anything flying in there, and I turn the light off. And I noticed the screen's foggy. Now you don't want your screen to be foggy if you can help it. So I always leave the little flap on the fish tank open during the day, just to give it some air and to dry the fogginess out. So really that's all it, you know, all you need to do. And other than that, it pretty much looks after itself. I've been naughty. I bought a couple of new orchids. I don't think you can see that one because of the light in the back. I'll pick it up and move it out into the middle of the room. You see a gorgeous magenta? Oh, I just love that colour. It's a mini, and I couldn't resist this one. It really is sort of hopefully a replacement for this one, which I got a feeling I'm going to lose because it's got no leaves. So I really ought to cut the spike off, put it in a vase and see if I can recover that one. But yeah, I'll see. I hate cutting the spikes off. I don't know about you, but when my orchids sort of, you know, when they drop flowers, which is what they're supposed to do, they don't last forever, I get awfully upset. I want them to last forever and ever. And another new purchase, this sort of, I don't know if you can see the colours, but it's quite a good red veining in that one. And I just thought how nice it was, because I do have a lot of pink and pale pink, and this is more of a red colour, and that's a normal, you know, a normal size one. Both went right into horticulture right away. As you can see, this one had a really good root system. I don't know if you can see it. It's sort of like a pale green, really good root system. No rotten roots on that one whatsoever. Not one little bit. So I was really pleased. And that one was just in bark. This one had a couple of rotten roots, but other than that, the roots were pretty good. And this one was just in bark as well. So neither one of those had that horrible plug of sort of pate or whatever it is they stick up in the centre, which a lot of them do have. So I was quite pleased about that. So I just wanted to mention to you the Vandas. I've now put in those nice wire baskets that my husband made. Literally all that's in there is some sphagnum moss, because I don't think they were doing well in waterculture. So I'm hoping they're going to perk up in here. You can see, I don't know if I can get that in close, got a nice root coming out there. That root's gone a little bit not very good, but that happened before. That wasn't since I put them in here. But I'm hoping the roots are going to poke through that wire, and I realise eventually the moss is just going to, you know, come out, which is fine. They can stay in those baskets for hanging, and hopefully they'll perk up. I put them outside under the pergola during the day, so they get a nice lot of light, and it's nice and warm out here. And I've literally just watered them, and all I do is I just hose them down. I wait until the hose warms up a little bit, because I leave it out on the patio, and then I just give them a good hose down and put them in at night. And I nearly forgot them the other night, so I've got to remind myself, you know, to put these in, otherwise they won't be happy. Right, in the orchid house now, so as you can see we're getting some nice temperatures. I've got the fogger on today. I've got that fern in front of it because that looked like it was drying out a little bit. And I've also got the fan on. Everything's doing okay in here. No signs of any extra spikes or anything going on. And the ones that are coming into spike, stroke, buds, flowers, whatever, are still very much... Well, this one started to... I don't know if I can get in nice and close. This one started to develop its shape now. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not focusing on it very well. I'll get it under my hand. No, it's not focusing. It's too close. But that one's starting to develop the shape of the buds, and I can see at least 5, maybe 6 on there. So that's quite good, quite exciting. It seems to be going in all sort of funny twisty shapes, and I think probably that's my fault, because as it's coming up taller and taller I've been twisting it to keep it away from the top of the shelf. So yeah, I might have to stake that one because it looks awful thin, and I'd be most disappointed if it got broken off. This one here is getting taller, definitely. It's gone up beyond the side of the light now. So I'm trying to, you know, I'm probably going to stake this one as well to come this way, so it doesn't get stuck on the shelf. You can see the mouse trap in the back there. I've caught 4 mice in the traps in here over the last 2 nights. It's that time of the year where mice are, you know, running around, and they're looking for a nice spot to nest for the winter. And I don't want them in here. I mean, they could end up eating my bulbs, you know, my pseudobulbs, or gnawing on my plants. So yeah, those traps are pretty good. Anyway, back to the orchids. This one back here is still not really, you know, it's just sat there. I don't think that's developed much more. And the same with the sheaths in that one. They've not developed any more. But they've not died. Or they've not, you know, I don't know what they're doing. I don't want to squeeze them in case I damage anything that's inside, so I've just left them. And they'll do what they want to do. I can't change anything, you know. I can only look after them to the best of my knowledge, and hopefully they'll pick up. So one last little cymbidium here is coming into spike, and there are spikes on some of the others. I don't know if you can see that bright green one back there, and there's a couple coming on 1 or 2 of the others at the back there. So I'm quite pleased about that, because I was, concerned I wasn't going to get enough light into them over the summer, but obviously I have, so that's good news. It's lovely in here during the day. I'm just sat on the chair now looking at the orchids. The mounts are doing well. I do miss those and water them every day at the moment. My husband's sort of creeping in here a little bit. Can you see up there the trays with the little seedlings sticking above? And there's another little pack of seedlings. Where has he sneaked them in? Oh, he's moved them. He's been home lunched. Oh no, they're back there. See that? But that's okay. He helps me a lot getting these things set up, so I can put up with that. Anyway, that's all for now. Anything change, I'll let you know. And thanks for watching, and subscribe if you want to, and like if you want to. Bye.